Hey Zips fans, this is Tom Arth, head football coach at the University of Akron. Thank you for your loyal support of our program and for following our social media accounts as we have been announcing our December signees. Signing Day is a special day for so many student athletes and their families, and we're so grateful to be able to share this moment with all of you. Despite all the obvious challenges and obstacles that recruiting during a pandemic can present, our staff, recruited student athletes, and their families have found a way to persevere and overcome them all. And as unique as this recruiting experience has been, what Signing Day represents has not changed. Today, an especially talented group of young men are realizing their lifelong dream of receiving a college education and playing the game they love at the highest level of college football. We look forward to sharing our early signees with all of you, but before we get to the video highlights, I would like to take a moment to thank all of the young men for believing in our program and university. I would also like to thank all of the parents for entrusting our program, our staff, and university with their son's future. That is a responsibility that we hold close to our heart. This year's signing class represents all that we stand for in recruiting. Tough, smart, competitive players from championship caliber high school programs that understand what it takes to lead and to be successful. Today, we introduce 17 new members of the Akron football family. Of those 17, we have 9 state champions, 13 district champions, 16 team captains, and 14 all-state selections from some of the finest high school programs at both the state and national levels. Without further ado, let's meet our newest Zips. Bennett Adler is a 6'2", 260-pound defensive end from St. Ignatius High School. Bennett was a 3-year letter winner and team captain at St. Ignatius High School, where he played under the Wildcats' legendary head coach, Chuck Kyle. Bennett earned all-district and all-area accolades as a senior and wrapped up his prep career collecting second-team all-state accolades and helping St. Ignatius advance to the 3rd round of the Division I playoffs this season. As a junior, he was also tabbed in all-district selection. Throughout his prep career, Adler recorded 50 tackles, 21.5 tackles for loss, 14.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and a pair of fumble recoveries. Bennett is also an honor roll student with a 3.7 GPA and plans on majoring in engineering at the University of Akron. Luke BAUER is a 6'1", 238-pound inside linebacker from Archbishop Hoban High School. Luke is a 2-star inside linebacker and a 4-year letter winner at Archbishop Hoban High School under head coach Tim Tyrell. A member of 3 state championship teams in the state of Ohio, BAUER, who was a team captain, helped Hoban to a 51-3 overall record. In his senior season, BAUER led his team to a state championship victory and a number 12 national ranking. He garnered 46 tackles, 9.5 sacks, 2 interceptions, and 1 defensive touchdown in 2020. For his efforts, BAUER was named a 2nd team All-Ohio and 1st team All-Northeast Ohio selection. BAUER is a member of the National Honor Society, and he maintains a 4.3 GPA and is among the top 30 of his graduating class at Hoban. Luke plans to major in accounting at the University of Akron. JASAIAH Gathings is a 6'3", 190-pound wide receiver from Statesville, North Carolina. JASAIAH is a 3-star wide receiver and is a 3-year letter winner at Statesville High School under head coach Randall Gussler. The talented multi-sport athlete, who is also all-conference in basketball, received 1st team All-State and All-Conference accolades following his outstanding junior season, in which he recorded 57 receptions, 13 touchdowns, 1,200 yards receiving. His team posted a 12-1 record in 2019 and unfortunately was not able to compete in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. JASAIAH is rated as the number 55 recruit in North Carolina and plans to major in communications at the University of Akron. RISHAD Hentz is a 5'11", 180-pound defensive back from Detroit, Michigan. The 3-star safety was a 4-year letter winner at Martin Luther King Jr. High School under head coach Tyrone Spencer. The top 100 player in Michigan, led his team to a state championship victory in 2018, earned all-state recognition in 2019, and recorded 3 defensive touchdowns during his high school career. In a shortened senior campaign due to the COVID-19 pandemic, he totaled over 15 tackles and ranked as the number 60 recruit in Michigan. RISHAD plans to major in history at the University of Akron. DeMarcus Irons, the 6'5", 215-pound quarterback out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. The 3-star quarterback at Grayson High School in Georgia comes to Akron from Iowa Central Community College. This past season, he earned JUCO All-American accolades, completing over 62% of his passes for 2,039 yards and 21 touchdowns, en route to recording a passing efficiency of 186.8. The athletic dual-threat quarterback added an additional 5 touchdowns rushing. Named the 2019 ICC-AC Player of the Year, Irons led Iowa Central to its best season in program history, including a victory over rival and perennial power Iowa Western. During the 2019 campaign, Irons posted 4 games with 3 or more touchdown passes, including a 4-touchdown performance in a 45-17 victory over Coffeyville Community College. He was named the most valuable player of the Graphic Edge Bowl after throwing for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns. As a prep at national powerhouse Grayson High School, Irons was recognized as the Georgia 7A Offensive Player of the Year in his senior season. In addition, Irons was a standout 3-sport athlete in football, basketball, and track, and a 4-year letter winner in football at Grayson High School under head coach Christian Honeycutt. Irons plans to major in business at the University of Akron. Ryan Jankowski is a 6'3", 180-pound quarterback out of Vero Beach, Florida. Jankowski is a 3-year letter winner at Vero Beach High School, which is a top program in South Florida. Played for his head coach and father, Lenny Jankowski. As a senior, Jankowski was tabbed a first-team All-State honoree after finishing 3rd in the voting for the Florida 8A Player of the Year. Jankowski led his squad to a 13-1 mark and a regional title, completing over 72% of his passes for 2,400 yards, 22 touchdowns against only 4 interceptions. In his regional championship senior season, Jankowski also secured Vero Beach's 62nd consecutive regular season victory. Jankowski, who also held Big Ten offers, becomes the 4th straight quarterback out of Vero Beach to sign with an FBS program. He plans to major in sport management at the University of Akron. Darrien Lewis, the 5'11", 180-pound defensive back out of Akron St. Vincent St. Mary High School, was a 2-star defensive back and a 4-year letter winner at St. Vincent St. Mary under head coach Bobby Nickel. As a captain, he helped lead St. Vincent St. Mary to a combined 29-9 record during his 4-year career, en route to collecting 12 touchdowns and a school record 9 interceptions. As a senior, he garnered first-team All-Ohio accolades as well as first-team All-Northeast District honors as the Fighting Irish advanced to the 3rd round of the Division III playoffs. St. Vincent St. Mary posted an 8-2, 7-3, and 8-2 marks in his junior, sophomore, and freshman campaigns respectively. Additionally, he is a 3-year letter winner and starting point guard on St. Vincent St. Mary's nationally ranked basketball program. Darrien's uncle is Akron men's basketball Hall of Famer and high school teammate of LeBron James, Romeo Travis. Darrien plans to major in business at the University of Akron. Colin Lyons is a 6'5", 275-pound offensive lineman out of McKeesport, Pennsylvania. The 2-star offensive lineman was a 4-year letter winner at McKeesport High School under head coach Matt Miller. Lyons was selected as the Bill Freilich Award winner, which recognizes the top offensive lineman in the WPIAL. He was a Penn Live All-22 All-State selection, first-team All-State and All-Conference as an offensive and defensive player, and was voted the Conference Defensive Player of the Year. As a team captain, Lyons led his team to an upset over state champion Thomas Jefferson High School. An honor student with 3.9 GPA, He also played basketball, wrestling, and track, in which he finished 5th in the state as a sophomore in the discus. Colin plans to major in education at the University of Akron. Gavin Mallett is a 6'9", 330-pound offensive lineman from Louisville, Kentucky. The 3-star offensive tackle was a 4-year letter winner at Trinity High School under head coach Bob Beatty. A 2-time All-State selection in Kentucky, he led his team to a state championship victory in 2019. The number 10 nationally ranked program is currently preparing for the 2020 state championship this upcoming weekend. Kentucky Sports Radio tabbed Mallett an All-State honoree, and he is rated as the number 23 recruit in Kentucky. At 6'9", 330 pounds, Mallett is an exceptional multi-sport athlete. He was a standout AAU basketball player prior to transitioning to football in his junior year. Mallett plans to major in architecture at the University of Akron. S.L. McCall IV, 6'3", 240-pound outside linebacker out of Live Oak, Florida, was a 3-star defensive lineman in high school and a 4-year letter winner at Columbia High School under head coach Brian Allen. He comes to Akron after playing this past season at Iowa Western Community College. McCall played in 10 games and recorded 16 tackles, including 10 solo stops, a pair of sacks, 5.5 tackles for loss, and a fumble recovery for Iowa Western. A highly regarded talent coming out of high school, SL will be teaming up with his former teammate, Tion Dollard. Named a Gainesville Sun Super 11 as a senior after recording 60 tackles, 10 sacks, and 8 tackles for a loss. Matthew Monahan is a 6'5", 240-pound tight end out of London, England. The future tight end successfully competed for 8 years in rugby at Weatherby Senior School. He helped lead his squad to the Middle Essex Cup final. Monahan brings a physical presence at 6'5", 240. He brings a portable and athletic frame to Akron this coming season. Maintaining over a 3.0 GPA, Monahan plans to major in business. KONATA MUMPFIELD is a 6'1", 180-pound wide receiver from Houston, Georgia. KONATA was a 3-star wide receiver and 3-year letter winner and multi-sport athlete at Tequila High School under head coach Clint Jenkins. A 2-time All-Region and All-County selection, he pulled in 43 receptions for 820 yards and 13 touchdowns as a senior. As a multi-dimensional player, he also recorded 3 punt returns for touchdowns and 3 interceptions, leading his squad to a 13-1 record. He finished his prep career as Tequila's all-time leader in receiving touchdowns, as well as among the top 10 in career receptions, and was selected to compete at the Georgia Elite Classic. He helped Tequila High School reach the state semifinals in each of his final 2 seasons and earned all-region honors in 8A his final season. Mumfield plans to major in sport management at Akron. Andre Proffitt is a 6'3", 280-pound defensive lineman out of Trenton, Ohio. The 2-star defensive lineman was a 4-year letter winner and multi-sport athlete at Lakota West High School under head coach Tom Bolden. As a first-team all-conference selection his senior season, he helped guide his team to an 8-1 record, a conference and regional championship, and the winningest season in program history. With 33 tackles, Proffitt led one of the best defenses in the state that limited opponents to less than 6 points per game and registered 4 shutouts. Proffitt plans to major in business at the University of Akron. Noel Roach is a 6'2", 195-pound defensive back from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The 3-star defensive back and 4-year letter winner and 3-sport athlete at Penn Hills High School under head coach John Ladone. As a senior, Roach earned second-team All-State honors after registering 48 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 3 interceptions, and 9 pass breakups. The talented two-way player also racked up 22 receptions for 266 yards and 4 touchdowns. The two-time All-Conference selection was also recognized by Max Preps as second-team All-State honoree. As team captain, Roach led Penn Hills, one of the top high school programs in the nation, to a Western Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic League championship and state title in 2018. Roach finished his prep career with 117 tackles, 9 interceptions, 17 pass breakups, 10 tackles for loss, and 40 receptions for 579 yards as part of 839 overall all-purpose yards. He is rated the number 53 recruit in Pennsylvania and plans to major in architectural engineering at the University of Akron. ORAN Singleton Jr. is a 5'11", 185-pound athlete from Clewiston, Florida. Singleton was a 3-star athlete and a 4-year letter winner at Clewiston High School under head coach Pete Walker. Singleton garnered All-State honors in Florida as a senior after capping his prep career with 3,113 yards and 26 touchdowns. Singleton brings a dynamic versatility to the University of Akron football program. On the offensive side of the ball, he brings explosive playmaking, he brings return value on special teams, and a physical defensive background to the Zips program. Singleton also competed in baseball and track and plans to major in sports medicine at the University of Akron. Renoy Somerset is a 6'4", 230-pound outside linebacker from Charlotte, North Carolina. Somerset was a 3-year letter winner at North Mecklenburg High School under head coach Damon McKee. In his final season at North Mecklenburg, Somerset recorded 73 tackles, 13 sacks, and a pair of interceptions, earning him honors as Defensive Most Valuable Player and Defensive Lineman of the Year in his conference. As team captain, Somerset was selected to wear number 1, the highest honor within the football program at North Mecklenburg High School, where he played with current Akron offensive lineman Jordan Daniels. Somerset plans to major in sport management at the University of Akron. Miles Walker is a 5'11", 170-pound wide receiver from Elwood City, Pennsylvania. He was a 3-star wide receiver and a 3-year letter winner and multiple sport athlete at Central Valley High School under head coach Mark Lyons. Walker earned All-State and All-Conference honors. The talented two-way player was also recognized as the Pennsylvania Fab 22 Player of the Year. As team captain, Walker led Central Valley to a perfect 13-0 record in the 2020 Pennsylvania State Championship. As a junior, Walker received All-State recognition and All-Conference honors and led his team to a 14-2 record and a state championship appearance. In his final 2 seasons, Walker recorded 30 touchdowns, 1,300 all-purpose yards, 6 punt returns for touchdowns. Walker plans to major in business at the University of Akron.